Great. Good evening, one and all present over here. It's indeed a pleasure to welcome you all again on the day three of the Mentor Development Program, Batch 7. And today we have with us Professor Khairuddin, Dr. Ravi Kumar, and our dear Professor Nada. So I think the credit of all the seven batches goes to these three of them. And yes, indeed, we have a team of more trainers who keeps on changing in the every session. So thank you so much for being with us. Before we proceed, I would like to thank the founder of the International Internship University, Mr. Piyush Pandit sir, who have given us this wonderful opportunity to have this entire program. We have together scheduled the modules, we have planned it, and I'm very much sure by the end of this year, that is by end of 2013, we will successfully complete it at least minimum 15 batches of this mentor development program. And yes, today though you all are the trainee from for this program, but in the future even you can be one of the trainers, right? So we do provide you that opportunity as well. So before wasting the time, I take the honor and it's my privilege to introduce the trainer, not only the trainer, our core team member and co-founder of IIU Europe, Professor Nada Ratkovic from Croatia. Professor Nada, we all welcome you with a round of applause because um, I really wanted to tell you all one thing. Whenever there is a need, Nada is always there for us. And she is a multi-talented personality. And I appreciate her after the 3 hours of comprehensive session, which is still going on. You could still see her with the smiling face. Now, let me just talk about her professional career. She is the assistant professor on Faculty of Economics, Business, and Tourism Split. She is a professor mentor in High Vet School and president of IIU Research Center. Specialized fields are science, technology, innovation, research, statistics, maths, informatics, STEM, ecology, SDG, economy, business, tourism, entrepreneurship, accounting, human rights. I think the list is endless because she is expert in every subject. So whenever there will be a session on IIU by Professor Nada, do not forget to watch that because every time she will bring something new to you with her creative presentation. She performs the various roles: educator, researcher, author, trainer, reviewer, project manager, international speaker. She's a moderator, motivator, humanitarian, social worker. And I would like to add on two more things to this. She is a very good friend as well, right? And in addition to that, she is a very good daughter as well. She takes care of her parents in such a beautiful manner. So I think even they are blessed to have such a wonderful daughter. Now, her computer informatics, STEM expert, system manager. She's a designer of ERP Infosystems, Microsoft innovative educator, expert, Minecraft global mentor, certified accountant, certified ISO internal auditor, advisor in the agency for education training, active council member of the Operations Research Association of Financial Professionals, a very active educator at the Center of Excellence, teacher for teacher, and she deserves many honorary doctorate. She is a founder and coordinator of many national and global projects, Erasmus, Each Winning, Scientist, STEAM, Entrepreneur, SDG. She have written different scientific articles in domestic and international journals and work reviews. She is on the editorial board members of various journals, external peer reviewers. She's the author and co-author of many universities and high school books and handbooks. So if I will read her profile, I think the profile is very long, but I feel more than the profile, her work is truly commendable. I would like to add on that she is the recipient of the many awards and rewards, right? So indeed, uh, dear all, we are blessed to have the multi-talented and multitasking our pillar of the International Internship University, and yes, a good friend of mine, a loving person, Professor Nada Ratkovic. So we welcome you all with the round of applause. Yes, and the session is all yours. And I know certainly you will enrich our trainees with your valuable thoughts. Thank you, dear, for accepting our invite. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Snigdha. Thank you. When you now talk about, I couldn't think that you're talking about me. So thank you. Thank you for your beautiful words. I'm really honored and thankful. And when Dr. Snigdha ask me something, I cannot say no. Thank you. I welcome all our attendees for the batch 7 on the third day. Uh, Here with me, our trainees from the first day, Dr. Ravi, Professor Karudin, our great Vice Chancellor. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being today here with me on this day 3. I will share now my screen and start with my presentation. So let us see, what will I talk today? What are my models? What are my models? I have the 3 last models for us in this training session. So let me start. I didn't change this, Dr. Snigdha, now because we started with this. So at the batch 7, Dr. Snigdha already say about me here at IIU. Love IIU, our great founder. We are thankful to you for everything you are giving to us, for all the opportunities. So as we start before 2 days, every day we can say every day is a new challenge. So really, when we are thinking, our life is a story. So each one of us has his life story now, and also this story is changing from day to day. So let us start with this story, being a mentor. Please, doing everything, be careful, take care about your health, because we are, I can say, every day is full of stress. So try to manage your stress, try to control your feelings, but sometimes it is better to make a explosion, to say what you think, because if you don't respect yourself, nobody will respect you. So that is in our work, that is in our life, that is in our career. Every day is a new challenge, and every day I can say we are under the stress. So first thing is to learn how to manage it, how to manage the stress, to move it from our head, from our body, from our life. That means that we need to have a positive mindset to make a positive transformation. If we want to be mentors, if we want to be great leaders, if we want to be great entrepreneurs, we need to have a positive mindset. I want to say that we here with us in IIU, and like a friend and like a woman, we have a great Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas, who is really organizing so many transformational leadership conferences, working hard on the relationships, because today have a healthy relationship, it is very hard. It is very sad that people today don't believe to each other. I can say that this digitalization, this corona move us so far from our friends, from our relatives. We are the slave. We started to be the slaves of this computers of our work. So we need to prioritize the things what we think that are the best for us in our life. Without education, without lifelong learning, without having skills, without having competences, we cannot do nothing. So how can we be a mentor? How can we be a trainer? How can we be a counselor if we don't have the knowledge, if we don't have the skills, and if we don't work on ourselves? So ourselves, but I would say always we are doing everything what we love. We do that with our heart. We are giving it unselfishly, but try to think sometimes and try to see, did everybody deserve that type of the giving? So here, this is the positive mindset. Positive mindset is very important. Always allow yourself to set the boundaries. Try to make the boundaries because it is very important. If you don't make that boundaries, you will be disappointed so many times in your work, in your career, in your life. So try to think and try to practice this. Try to practice this because the practice can only bring you the positive results. So always when you make a good thing. Today, our great attendees, when you finish this amazing mentors program, make something for you, celebrate your success, celebrate your growth, because today, after this session, you will be a mentor. So let us move, and first, always trust yourself, because there is nothing that you cannot do. There is nothing that you cannot accomplish. So always have that in your head. Always think about that. And yes, you can. And yes, we can. And we are here at Strong IIU, and we are doing this for you. Mentorship, development, knowledge, communication, support, mentoring, coach. These words, when you use any digital tools, put it and you get this cloud. You can get any frame of these words, but these words are magical words. These words are very important for you. So every great achiever is always inspired by a great mentor. Every individual must be given to the opportunity to give his highest potential. Did you ask yourself, are you giving your highest potential? Uh, do you have in your education? Do you have already a good mentor? What type was your mentor? Did your mentor help you in your work and in your career? I can say that thanks God, I always have an amazing mentors. I always have an amazing mentors during my studying. Today we are still great friends. Today we still work together, write researchers, make so many projects together. So that is being a relationship between a mentor and mentee. So try to be like that. Try that your students, your workers always remember you like a good mentor. That is the point of that. First day, we see that Sir Ravi also showed this here: direction, training, support, motivation, goal, success. All of this we cover here. Goals, how to be successful, how to be successful without support, without learning, without training. And yes, we need to be in a right direction. always need to have a motivation. Motivation is something that is inspiring us. If we don't have motivation, we will never achieve our goals. Then we will not say smart goals. Who will talk about the smart goals? Nobody. So your motivation, your hard work, your dedication, your efforts, and yes, the help of your mentor will bring you to a world, to I can say to a world of success, and that is important. Here today, I mentor human T. After this session, the roles are also will be the same. So what are the benefits to the mentor? Leadership skills. We are all leaders. Nobody, leader is not only somebody who is leading a organization or a group. We are all leaders in our work, and we need to build this type of skills, communication skills. If we cannot communicate, today I see on the Facebook Dr. Uche, the founder of 21st Digi Skills, right? Who can you write a topic about you can talk about if you don't prepare like example for 30 minutes. I can talk all day about anything, whatever you want. You give me the topic, I can talk everything. So that is something you need to have, that communication skills. You need to be creative thinker, innovative. So today what I say to my students, why are you learning it word by word? You are learning it word by word and you don't understand that. That is not the point. That is not the point. Today we need to do something what is measurable. If we can have a sense for the outcome, what kind of outcome, what kind of outcome will we have if we don't have a feeling for that? So that is for the learning. Never be depressed. I put this photo, depressed, lacking in focus. Who am I? Whether am I any meaning? What about you? So be satisfied, be satisfied. The statistics show that only 37% of professionals have a mentor, despite 75% saying they want one. So this is reality. And yes, mentoring is not same like training, coaching, and advising. What are the differences between coaching and mentoring? Coaching is usually focused on something, like example, on a person who have some particular goals that want to achieve. A mentor always have may include a coaching and also include many other ways to support another person. So these are the different methods. These are the different methods and the different methods of asking the question. The questions are not same. What about the training? The training is training and mentoring also is not the same. Mentoring is involving pardon, mentoring is involving the acquire skills, knowledge, and attitudes. But a trainer always need to set the learning objectives. Set the learning objectives. If we want to be advisor sometimes can give you advice, is giving you advice, and mentor may give you advice and also can ask you the questions. So it is different. Here the mentee can find his own answers and not the same at this. What are the important characteristics of a mentor? We already this 2 days listen about first and first thing is that you always need to be a good listener. I know so many colleagues when we go on some kind of training or something like that, they say, I say, was it for you interesting? She said, or he, it wasn't, I didn't listen it. So if you don't listen, then you better don't go there. Don't you, if you are not interested. These 2 days, we always ask, please ask the questions, because if we don't ask questions, we don't have a good feedback. We don't know where we giving a good training. Then what is our role? We need to be very, very enthusiastic about our role. All here, all over around us, we need to treat all the people on the same way, with the respect. So there is not a world I love you or not love you. We don't need to love nobody, but we need to respect each other. I always try to explain that to my students because some students always have in their head, the professor don't like me. And I always say, professor don't need to like you. We are here to learn you, to educate you, and to respect each other, not love you more or less. That is something what we always have in our head. So we need to move that from that. Then take pride in your work and be expertise in the field. So here are some quotes. I choose this here, like grow grain, grow trees, grow people, show me successful, show me something bad, show me so. There are so many quotes. You know how I choose the quote. It depends how I feel that day, and then I choose the quote. What are the qualities of a good mentor? Quality of the good mentor are first dedication, commitment, and hard work. That are the three magical words what we always need to follow. We need to be dedicated. We need to have a commitment for that and hard work. Only that can bring us the result. Attitude. What about the attitude? The attitude needs to be respectful. Respectful attitude. Be always honest. Flexibility. We need to be very flexible because in the different situations we need to be adaptable, how to change because the role can change very quickly. Need to be energetic, always try to inspire, the communication skills. So I will through my training today repeat sometimes more these qualities because we need to know the qualities of a good mentor, always good listener, reflective with empathy, and so you see here curiosity, patience, reflectiveness, courage, integrity, authenticity. So these are all the qualities of a good mentor. What about the skills? Do we have all these skills, hard skills, soft skills? What are the demands of 21st century? What are the demands of 2023? Are we in the step by the time? Yes, the skills demand in 2023, cloud computing, data literacy, encouraging leadership, recognizing the needs. So you don't need to be an engineer, you don't need to be in this field, but the truth of today is that you need to have these skills and you need to learn this skill. So what could we do today without blockchain? How would you go and make a transaction of your money? What about the web development? This we are talking about the digital transformation. A mentor also need to be an expert here in this field. Expert because if how will you be? How can you talk about artificial intelligence, machine learning, artificial intelligence? Who helps me today to make this presentation? I'm coming from Croatia. My English is not my first native language, Croatia. So you see, in education, everything, we already are using all this and we already have so many of these skills and we are only through the time brushing these skills. So we are brushing these skills. Video marketing, digital marketing, where in which phase is the development of digital marketing? We know that we have the chat GPT and everybody of us, I'm sure, asks so many questions to the chat GPT. So here are the questions that we today need to know the answer. What are the case skills of a mentor? How will you communicate with your mentee? On which way? How will you manage the two-way feedback? Because mentor, mentee, always two-person, we need to have a communication in the two directions, two-way feedback. How will you use the practice in mentoring the situation? Do you create a professional development plan? We need to make it. Like example, I already need to start to make a professional plan for my next academic year. I need to give it in September. What is my plan? So that is also with the money. Do you plan always how will you spend your money? So for everything, we need to have a plan, a good plan, especially here if we are talking about the mentorship, the trainings, education, or something like that. We need to have a professional development plan. How many webinars, conferences will you attend? How many lectures will you give? How many workshops will you do? How many articles will you write? How many chapters of the book will you give? Will you review something? Will you give something new? What is your contribution to the Ministry of Education? What you give? So there are so many things that we need to do during the year. So making that plan, that plan always will be, I can say that is, we can say it is a vision, our mission vision. Yes, but it is that you need to do that. If I want to be a professor, if I want to grow to the other step, I need to do so many things. So that is that, and we need to learn. And this program, I say this program, mentorship, is wonderful program because you, like we at IIU, what we make this program for being a mentor. You also in your organization tomorrow can, because if you want to be to somebody a mentor, you need to make a plan, you need to make your schedule, the way how will you do this program, like example. So many things. What are the key skills of a mentor? Always listening to understand. If we make questions, let us make it very clearly. It needs to be clarified. Planning for the future. We need to make the plans for the future. What are our plans? What we want to achieve? How will we achieve them? Do we have the skills? How will we make the things? So thinking, new skills, new competences, every day. Every day we need to improve ourselves. Then here I put it alone. Active listening, empathy and understanding, giving feedback, communication, questioning, checking in, goal setting, enthusiasm. All are them. There is a strong correlation between all of these variables, all of these adverbs, verbs, answers. So positive always, strong always. If we don't listen actively, if we don't ask questions, if we don't set the goals, if we don't check, after that make an evaluation. So understand everything. This is something that we need to always have on our mind and to remember. Effective listening, how can we achieve and how can we be an active listener? First, if we are talking together in live or this, we need to maintain, have an eye contact. How it looks when I talk to my student or to somebody and that person is moving his eyes from me and we don't have an eye contact. So I already think if that person cannot look at me directly in my eyes, we don't have nothing to do together. So that is the first thing. So person speaking, displaying positive, that is the body language, verbal and non-verbal communication. Sometimes I always say that a photo has more than 1,000 words. Yes, but if I have a motto like this, I always touch my hair, I always do something with that. But we need to practice our body language, because sometimes somebody will not understand you. Maybe you will give a not good message for somebody, a wrong conclusion can a person bring. So in the business world, always think about that. Think about your body language. Think, how are you communicating? We know today in the world of fashion, how our stars, actors, singers, influencers, how they are communicating. So in the business world, we need a business communication. When I talk or you talk, and if we are listening somebody, never interrupt somebody till he complete all the sentences. Then visualization. Today, so many digital tools on the visualization. My students, we are always doing the infographics. Why infographics? Because uh, they can give their conclusion more better in the type of this infographic than they talk 15 minutes, like example. Sometimes conclusion are shown by the infographic, special if we have the students, if we have students with special needs, that students with special needs, they cannot talk a lot. They cannot talk a lot. So uh, to them, it is more easier to make something in a digital tool like an infographic, type of poster, or something, a mind map. They do brilliant mind maps. So we need to encourage them there. So empathizing the speakers, paying always the attention. So always pay the attention to the eye gaze, to the facial expressions. We all of us make this facial expressions when we are happy, when we are sad, when we are uh, very, very different times. And then summarize. Always summarize what the speaker said back to them, clarify it did you understand? So try to manage yourself. Try to manage yourself, always focusing, giving the integration, adapting, and using and doing a initiative. Work with others. You cannot do nothing alone. You need communication, collaboration, about the no feeling in the work. I will say again, we don't need to love each other. We need to respect each other. Leading. Somebody can be a great leader. Somebody is not a good leader, but if we are working in a team, we all have the same responsibilities. So working with other, we need to know how to lead. Creating a change, we are all change makers. So for creating a change, we need to be critical thinker, very creative. Curiosity is a skill what we need to create a change, and sense making. This is one, what skills and qualities will be important for a successful mentor. This is like a summarize, a positive attitude, the ability to teach and motivate people of the all ages. Like example, today we have a great G20 summit, and we have different ages, from, I can say, from 30 years till 70 years. So how to teach and motivate people of all ages. So we need to know that we need to have these skills. physical fitness. We need to be full of energy. So practice giving us taking care about our body, responsible attitude, health and safety. So I don't know how you feel after your work day, but you still need to do if you are tired. Yes, you are tired, but please take care about yourself and try to make some little exercises. Mentoring skills, directions for each skill, circle the, okay, we will not do this. This is a type of test. We can make it, Dr. Snikta, we can give it in the group. So sharing core skills, mentoring specific skills, mentee specific skills. This is when we answer this. So shared listening actively. Let me move little this. So if we can listen actively, we have the it is 5, very good, 3. So these are some type of the tests that we can took and check our core. Do we have the core skills? Do we have the mentor skills? And what are the specific skills that a mentee need? Here are the answers. So like example, if we have the biggest number, excellent, it is 16 to 20. So excellent core skills, you could coach others, concentrate, improvement. So here is also psychology. Psychology is everywhere. This tests of psychological psychotests. I'm sure that you go through this in my country. In my country, there is no job or anything that you can get or go through if we don't go through the testing. You know, for my university, the testing was we have Raven's matrix, the Raven's matrix, the higher evaluation. So that is when we want that is when when we need to check your scores, your IQ and a lot out there. So that is, but I always say that is fair. That is a fair play because we know that today we have so many corruption. If you don't have somebody somewhere, you cannot make something. But I say always, if you have knowledge, all the doors are open for you. All the doors are open for you with your knowledge. Nobody can took your knowledge, and nobody can make the things that you will not achieve. You can achieve with your knowledge everything. Here are this mentee specific skills and the mentor specific skills. In the middle, we go through this 2 days before. So in the middle, again, building trust. We need to build a trust. We need to encourage each other, identify the goals, and be actively listening. Then mentee specific skills. We need to know the mentee specific skills, acquiring mentors, learning quickly, showing initiative, following through, managing the relationship. These are the mentee specific skills. What are the mentor specific skills? Tomorrow you need to have this: instructing, developing capabilities, inspiring, providing corrective feedback, managing risks, and opening the doors. What it means, the opening doors? Opening doors is something that I really like. Opening doors, that is when you can help to your student or help somebody after the graduation, and you can have an opportunity to the like to some organization or on the university or somewhere where your student is going on the practice work or is applying for a job, when you can tell few words for your student, that is something that is the most best thing that can happen. So core mentor skills are I will go a little faster through this because I already talked about all of this. Listening actively. Again, today you will say, Nada, repeat so many times listening actively. Yes, Nada, repeat so many times because we need to listen actively. And on this way, we are building other skills. Not only this, we are building a lot of skills listening actively. Mentor should what? Summarize the key elements, remember the interesting, and avoid the interrupting. Like example, if you are an excellent listener, what can you have? Appear genuinely interested by making encouraging responses such, interesting, or by the way, how did the meeting with your manager go? So you see the differences. By the way, how did it go? Your, this is going through the practice. Always listen carefully, and on that way, you will solve the problems. Building trust. We need to build a trust. Trust is bringing us for mentor, for mentees, always partnership. It is the same, like we are some types of the partners. We need to build a trust, and this trust can help us to keep the confidence, to respect. I will repeat again. Boundaries need to be. We need to respect our mentors and mentees and their boundaries. We all make the mistakes. We need to admit our errors also. So there are a lot of cultural difference. So we need to take care about the culture. Now I don't have a student from Ukraine, but in my country comes so many students from Ukraine and coming from the different world. This academic year I didn't get them. Because you know what is the problem? They cannot study because they still don't know good language, and the problem is also not that they don't know the Croatian language, they don't know English language. So I always say we are really happy that we can communicate on the English. So if the students know the English, we could make the lessons for them, but that is also a problem that they don't know the English, that countries are oriented different. So I don't know why, like also Georgia, there's there are many countries where the educators are not good and not taking the language trainings or something like that. So encourage each other. We need to encourage each other always. That is very important. If we giving a compliment, that is also good. Privately, we can make this privately. You know, everything can be one-on-one. To learn language, to learn math, to learn something what is very hard, the best way is do it privately and do it one-on-one. That is the fastest way to learn. Identify the goals and is the vision. What is the vision? What is the mission? We need to always make a SWOT analyze. What is a SWOT analyze? Trying to define the strengths, the weaknesses, opportunities, and the threats. So we have our opportunity, but we also have a threat. We have our strengths, but we have our weaknesses. So there are always strengths and limitations, and the mentor need to know that. If we have, I will repeat again, if we have students with special needs or gifted students, we need to know that we have that type of students, because then we need to make for them a personalization. It will not be the same lecture for gifted students or for students with special needs. So that also, if we are in education, we need to recognize, identify that always, and well, the parents, our leaders, our chiefs, our deans, like example, uh, we need to know all that information. Critical skills for the for the mentors. Mentors use several specific skills. And what are that critical skills? Instructing, developing capabilities. How can we instruct or develop the capabilities? What it means, again, it is a great process giving idea and one-on-one in tutoring mode, learning, giving these attitudes, new knowledge, new skills, teaching your mentees, giving the explanation, always trying to give effective examples. If we give them the effective examples, then we will, like I write here, they will provoke us with so many questions, and that is the best way for the learning. Let us go through this. Inspiring. We need to inspire. This is a good skill, inspiring. How can we do this? How can we set this? What is this? What it means, inspiring. Uh, it is not same. It is not same for all to inspire them, but if you are in a group, if you are a mentor, if you have your mentee, you need to discover what your mentee want, what he can't. If he thinks that he cannot, he don't knows, like example, he thinks that he don't know to write something, to make research or something, then you need to encourage and you need to inspire them, because that is why we are mentors, helping, inspiring, giving them, this is, I can say, from this part, we are giving them the most important things for their life. Your behavior here is also very, very important. You need to know, what I do, okay? You need to learn how to control yourself, uh, controlling self, that is very important. After this, how to provide a feedback. What it means, provide a feedback. When you want to discuss with your mentee sometimes will want to have a feedback. Provide him the opportunity to always have a feedback. Uh, Try to answer him on the time. Don't give the mentees to wait. You know, when I start to work in education, my first working place was not in the education sector. I was working in the economy, and after that, I decided to go to education, because I started from the organization work on the university. And then when I go to university, it is always one with one, correlated. You know what my professors say? I said, Professor, what if the student asks me something and I don't know the answer? You know what he said to me? Nada, don't worry. Say, we don't have time now. We need to finish this lecture, and then you come home, and tomorrow you come home, you find the answer, and tomorrow you explain that. I was really happy, because that is something that I always think about, that what if a student really asks me something and if I don't know the answer? But we don't know, we don't know all. We need to accept that, and like I say, this can be a managing risk, but it is also today. We have this Zen generation. We have this students, and if they ask you, and if you say, "I'm not sure, I don't know," that is normal. That is normal because the students today, I can say they are on a highest level. They are on a very high level. They have a big knowledge. So in every work we have a risk. We need to control this, but risk is always a risk. That is a situation that can happen, and we cannot do there nothing. So difficult situations, interventions, but we're talking about the typical risks. We have business risks, missing deadlines. Did you miss the deadline? Project costs. Did you underestimate the project cost? You think your project will be $10,000, but your project is $15,000. So do you do something unethical? So there's so many risks, carrier risks. Today in USA, we know that the youth and also the older, they're changing their job. They're changing their job. Not we have that stereotypes. We think that if we change our job, we will never find, or if we quit, we will never find a new job. We will find a new job. We will find a new job, and it is better to don't work there on the place where you are not satisfied, if you have a wrong position, and if you stay too long, then you are doing that. That is very negative for your career, for your life, and you are failing then to your improvement. Opening doors, I already said, research has shown that mentors vote for mentees in the ways they mention, so their work is much more likely to be well received. Meet people and demonstrate the different audience. Suggest the mentees, introduce the contacts, give them the contacts, help them with the contacts. So this is the opening door. This is the opening door, and this is a part of development. So here I put this. Think about people you met in the past, to whom you have provided the brain to pick and ear to listen or push in right direction. With those people and experience in mind, what makes a good mentor? So let us think about the people we met in past, who we provided our brain to pick and ear to listen to push in the right direction. This is really true. This is really true. Then starting a mentoring program. Tomorrow you are mentor. How will you start your own mentoring program? What are the requirements to be a mentor? So this is how you can do. Identify the purpose of mentoring. What is the vision of your program? Who are your candidates? Understanding your mentor and mentees. Communication and promotion of this program. 5 steps to build a successful mentoring program. So, want to learn how to develop a mentoring program. Mentoring always is drive learning and development for both mentees. Now, we want to learn together. We are bringing the benefit for the organization. We want to increase the talent. We want to make promotion, satisfaction, etc. So here are the needs and essentials. When we want to design the mentors program, the first, it is important. Design your program. Attract your participants. Connect mentors and mentees. Guide mentoring and measure the success. So first, you need to have your program, audience, goals, the format. Then how will you attract your participants? Making trainings, making recruitment, using the profiles, matching that workflow. So many workflows, programs, and learning the impact. These are the needs and essentials. Then mentors program can have this format. If you want to make a program, you start tomorrow making your program. First, it can have this type like name, job title, organization. These are the main things: office phone, home, best time, essential address, organization address. So what type of organization? So these are, do you want to participate in the mentor program? And you are asking this. Then establish specific mentor activities, communicate, complete at least this, follow the group meetings, keep a mentor program journal. So these are the steps how want to establish specific program activities. And to make a guideline, you need to make a guideline, acquire mentors and students for have a program that we need to do to acquire our students, to match mentors with mentees, that we are doing, designing a system, conducting interviews, making assignments, doing a brief biographies, then if we go by these steps, we will, from today, we will need 3 months to start a mentors program. But these are the steps. These are the steps, the main steps, how we need to start following our participants, writing the summary, giving this objectives, meaning, communication, and doing this feedback on the results. Conducting group meetings, conducting years. So this is a long-term process. But if you can, it again depends about the work, about the field. Where are you? It is not the same to be in education and transportation, or in the medical health field. So it again depends in which field, and it is little different. Always attract your participants to come, define the message, time your message, distribute. This our Dr. Snikta is doing the whole day, writing message, sending message, distributing message, launching, and etc. Dr. Snikta, you are wonderful. Connecting the mentees, we are connecting them, so guiding, mentoring the relationships. So setting up a mentoring relationships. Here I come again, and I'm repeating again. Keep always the communication open. Help your mentee to set realistic expectations. Always offer the support. Always define the expectations. Maintain the contact. Be honest. Participate actively. Be innovative, creative. Get to know each other. Be reliable, consistent, and stay positive. Positive, and always have a big smile. This is setting up a mentoring relationship. Honest, positive, smile, help, support, communication, nice, honestly take. Measure your program. How can we measure? We have different metrics for measuring the programs, and we can divide them in 3 groups. The first group is engagement metrics. So how we are doing this? We are checking the number of the sign-ups, checking who is active in the relationship, number of mentoring sessions, hours we are mentoring, actions we are setting. Then we have this other level, progress metrics. So this area is going and counting on the numbers of the goals set, the numbers, how, if we set a goal, we need to and we want to achieve that goal. Are we satisfied? What is our personal satisfaction score? And again, feedback. 3C, clarity, communication, commitment. I already said flexibility in everything. Types of communication. I will give an answer of this. So when we are talking about today in our communication, nonverbal is 59%. So the body language is talking, not you. 38% is the tone of voice we are talking, and 7% is the 7% is the verbal communication. Comfort zone, comfort zone. If you want to, you can be a role model. You can be a role model and always need to be, a mentor needs to always be out of the central zone. We come to the next module. It is potentials. What are the potentials? So let me go. Yeah. What we need to be creative, think big, think deeply, think out of the box. So if we want to be more productive, let us focus on one task at a time. Don't do, we are doing 100 things at the same time. Focus on one task at a time. Try to take a regular break. Breaks is very important. First do your biggest tasks. Then you need to set small objectives, not big or small objectives. Then use this 2-minute rule. Block your schedule. Make meetings. Your meetings need to be very productive. You cannot do the all task alone. Delegate your tasks. So you can use different strategies, and don't give nobody to interrupt you. Time management is very important. So how long is Nada talking today? When we start now, it is okay time. I'm good managing the time. So for helping you to live in a better way, you need to make a professional development. So how to achieve mentoring goals? A good mentor should have always the goal: skill development, career planning, networking, learn the workplace culture, gain visibility for potential promotion, problem-solving skills. Skill development. It is not the same that you will start tomorrow to work in the bank, or tomorrow to work on the university, or to go to work like a doctor. So career planning. If you see where did you see yourself in 5 years or 10 years? Is it visible? Do you see the results? Like example, we have a lot of opportunities to go abroad, to work, to go out, like example from our country. So if we leave our country, we need first to learn the culture, but also it is not the same, that it is not the same culture working in a high school and working on the university. It is also a different workplace culture. There are other rules. So how to manage that? That is the part where we say that we need to manage the risk, and we need to handle and tackle every situation in which we can be fine. Learning and growing. For us, learning is a continuous process. Every day we are learning. So when we learn, we grow. When we learn and grow, a transformation happens in our life. How can a transformation help in your life? So if we are learning, growing, we have an opportunity to find a better job, to have a bigger salary. So if we don't learn, we will not grow. We will always have the same salary. We cannot replace our job. So if we want, when we are today satisfied, that is unfortunately the truth. We are satisfied when we are working and we are getting the money for our work. So if we are not paid for the work what we are doing, we are not satisfied. So that is the thing. When we learn, then we grow. When we learn and grow, a transformation happen in our life. So we need to be optimistic. We need to be optimistic. We need always to think on that. Keep learning and keep growing. So mentoring, like a mentoring, can be one-on-one. We can have a group mentoring, peer mentoring. Distance mentoring, reverse mentoring. These are all the types of the mentoring. Where do we see us in this? Which position do we see us? What will be the best way for the mentoring? Let us go through this. So, what is mentoring? Mentoring is a guidance or direction given by a mentor. Mentor always influence a growth. It is a personal and professional growth. What is the purpose of mentoring? Help an individual to grow as a person and be the best version of yourself. That is our aim. Be the best version of yourself. Making the partnerships. Here we come again to this photo. I see again. Where are we now? Where are we now? Do we have a support? Do we define our goal? Will we make a training? Are we motivated? What advice can we accept and what advice can we give? Would it be successful? Am I successful? What it means for me, the success? Am I on the right way? Two-way feedback, coaching, supporting. So many responsibilities, being a mentor and mentoring. Mentoring, what is a mentoring program? So to us today, it needs to be very clear when somebody asks you what is a mentoring program, to give a correct answer. We want to increase the knowledge, build skills for the future goals, milestones to help our mentees. We first need to have all that. Our roles, we are giving the roles what we have to our mentees, and this is a great relationship. Mentor also where can mentor can achieve the goals of the mentees. So these are the different types. You can be a coach, you can be a devil's advocate, support system. These are different types of the mentors. As I said, we are not all the same mentors. Coach, mentor will provide always a constant feedback, share, give insights in the specific industry. What it means devil's advocate? Mentors are challenging the mentor when it comes to make the major decisions. So they're playing the opposite side and providing new angles to a decision. Supporting system. This is very, very crucial. A huge fan. Mentors are a huge fan of the mentees. So supporting system. That is when we say that we are friends with our students. There are different theories. Somebody say it is not good. But you know what I think? If we don't, especially at the university, we need to have a good relationship with our students because how will we help them if we don't know their problems, what we need to repeat or what we need to practice more or something like that. I am supporting this type. I'm supporting this type. Yes, sometimes when you give one finger, they want a whole hand, your whole hand. But it makes you happy. It makes you happy when you can help your student. You know, I have so many students today where I continue a good relationship, giving still advices to them, helping them, and that really makes you to feel good. So try to support your mentees always. Resource mentors have countless resources. We have different tools. We have different tools. We need network. We need to build a network, to create a network planner for our goals, for our actions, for planning the action. Student, and all a mentee takes a student role. We can be, that is what we can make, we can be in a role of a student, act like a student, speak like a student spoke. So That is a mentee-mentor relationship on that way. How to have a successful mentorship-mentee relationship. Keep communication open. Always offer support. Define expectations. Maintain the conduct. Be honest. Actively participate. Be innovative, creative. Get to know each other. Be reliable, consistent, and stay positive. Stay positive. Professor Charles, we lost. He comes again. So this is a relationship which we need to build. Teaching, mentoring, coaching. At the teaching, we need to ask directive questions. At mentoring, we are answering that direct questions. At coaching, okay, I will mute my Professor Charles. Okay, great. So, asking open questions, that is at the coaching. Then at teaching, we will provide the information. How provide information? At mentoring, we will provide the sources. At coaching, we will enable self-discovery. So we see not this, they cannot function one without other. Highly structured can be applied at coaching. Here, it can be applied in any situation, and coaching is future focused. Mentoring is based on the past, past experience, and teaching is based also on the past learning. We see the differences between teaching, mentoring, and coaching. So many effective mentoring styles helping to learn formally, informally. So what is the teaching model? How to be an effective mentor? How to use the teaching? I showed that teaching is a process. Always need to have setting. If you need, you can sponsor your mentee. What it means, sponsor your mentee? That is when you are playing a huge role in the life of your mentee, doing the opening doors, especially as I mentioned, when you are helping them in the organization and industry, helping them to build a network. You know, how much time do you need to build your network, for anything. Uh, Continue inspiring and motivating. Always inspire, motivate. Be a guidance. Always guiding your mentee. Let this relationship be very clear. Be a guide them. Counsel your mentee. Give your mentee the experience and knowledge what the mentee needs to get. We have different mentoring styles, I already said. So you can mentor by connecting. What it means, mentor by connecting. Your role is valuable. It can be from situation to situation. You can help your mentee to bringing there are so many challenges, disadvantages. So try to help the mentee with connecting with the others. Mentoring by challenging. There are different challenges. There are so many challenges in the work what we are doing. Focus on the things that are important. Educating. Educating will come also from the experience, from the training, learning new things. Like example, if you are an entrepreneur, your mentee is trying to start his own business. You need to teach how to do. You need to teach how to do and how to start from the steps, maneuvering everything. So that is very important, how to manage something. Cheerleading. You can be a cheerleader. We know what are the cheerleaders. We know in the football matches that the mentor always lead, cheering often the energy, giving the energy to the player. So in this case, who is a mentee? Mentee can go through these things. Mentoring by ideating. You see, ideating is everywhere. If we want to start with design thinking, there is also ideating. So is an ideator. You need to make so many ideas, making the brainstorming, making the brainwriting, using the Delphi method, using other strategies for the for bringing great ideas. There are different mentoring styles. Maybe you will be very soon in the situation to recognize your mentoring style. So both today, mentors and mentees can do this through the partnerships, opening doors, inspiring, providing corrective feedback, instructing, developing capabilities, encouraging, building trust, listening actively. I go in the opposite way. Repeating is the mother of the knowledge. So how many times do anyone of my today participants know how many times I repeat this? Because today I want you to get out from this training and to remember all of this: actively listening, building trust, encouraging, identifying goals and courage, instructing, developing capabilities, providing a corrective feedback, inspiring, and opening the doors. That is something with what you need to get out from this training today. So here, I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. See one, do one, and teach one. These are the types of the mentoring: one-on-one mentoring, distance mentoring, and group mentoring. If we already know the meanings of one-on-one mentoring, what is the distance mentoring? Me in Croatia, you in India. We have groups and we are on different locations and we are doing that group mentoring. I can have a group here in, I can have different groups and mentor them. So match where the mentees are there. Mentoring is mentoring is proven way to learn fast. It is true. Always, you see today, I have today here, always have a notice, always have a marker. I have everything behind me, also on the floor. It is better to not see my room because nobody in my room couldn't come, because if everything is not on the place where I put, I cannot find it. So take notice with pen and paper. Always have the note-taking skills that can help you. Always write that, distribute that practice to each one. Study, sleep, more study. Modify your practice. Try to have this device. Stay hydrated. Let me know that drink little coffee. Learn information in multiple ways. So each of us learn on different way. How we are learning, we need to, if we see that something we cannot remember, understand, or see, we need to find different ways. So that is means learn information in multiple ways or learn along from that different way. Connect what you learn with something you know. Always share your knowledge. Benefits of the mentorship is the professional network, the business relationship, new perspective, accountability, support group, personal experience, and focus on group. Having this, making the connections, you will be more successful. You will build better your leadership skills, improve your comment. I start today with this. build your leadership skills, communication skills, learn new perspectives, advance your career, and gain personal satisfaction. You will really be very satisfied. That is also the meaning of that. Mentoring, mentoring, mentoring. There are so many types of mentoring. So I will go only through this and you can find it on the togetherplatform.com. There's a handbook for the mentor. So I only choose to show what type we have. So you can be an advisor. You can be a protector. So who is advisor? You can give some suggestions, recommendations. If you are a protector, it is the midst of the transition. It is really stressful. Developer, are you a developer? Are you observing the things with the specific goals? Broker, not a broker on the on the for the stocks, but it has a broker to connect the mentee's opportunity to grow. Do you want your mentee to grow? So there are similar. There's so many things that this is a big study. If you go through this mentorship programs, providing guidance, giving this, empowering your mentee, trying to identify the skills what your mentee have, the competences. So a huge. This is a huge field. Let I open some share. Don't okay. Then challenger, clarifier, sponsor, affirmer. So I suggest to go to Together platform, this handbook for the mentor. Becoming a mentor, you can enrich. Let me see, did I open this? I think I do something. Okay. Okay, qualities here. So becoming a mentor, you can enrich your life on the personal and professional level. It is really true. It is really true. So try to practice on these qualities, on the skills to be a good mentor. Always remember that failures are part of our life. If you don't fail, you don't learn. If you don't learn, you will never change. So we are all wonderful. Think about that. Never stop, never stop. Success is a failure. Turned inside out. Life is strange with twists and turns. Every one of us sometimes learns for all sad words it might have been. So never stop. Be happy. Today is a beautiful, wonderful day. We learn together, we share together. I hope that we will continue to learn and grow together. I will stop sharing. Today, this was my session. So
it's great, Professor Nada, extremely brilliant, very well done and very descriptive. I think what I said in the beginning, she really deserves a round of applause. Great. Now I'll start my video for a minute. I know otherwise Professor Charles will say Dr. Snigdha have not
background.
started. Yes. Great session. Superb. Any queries, guys? So please carry on with your queries. Professor Nada is there. Yes, Professor Khairuddin. You're on mute.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it was a fantastic session. So
Yeah,
was,
I just wanted to salute.
so was
I
Dr.
just wanted
Ravi's session the day before me. So all the three of us are here tonight, okay, giving support to this wonderful program. I hope they have learned a lot from the three of us.
And she has summarized it so well, right? All the 3 days summarized in an excellent manner. Great, Professor Nada. We feel proud. Thank you so much.
Boy, Mr. Poi. Kwong Poi.
Yeah. Oh, thanks to all our lecturers. I think these 3 days I've learned a lot. And then can I conclude that mentoring is just like we are polishing rough diamond, okay,
Yes.
into many shapes.
Absolutely.
May I conclude that?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then did you notice that during the lecture in the chat, I keep on summarizing, grasping what I've learned.
Yes, I saw that.
The gist of the lectures. That is my style of learning, so that I can remember. I do have like,
Great.
as Professor Nadia says, I do have all these things. Okay?
Me too, all.
I have my drinks ready.
Yes, and here is a bottle.
Alright.
Yeah, so we should say that he is really going to be the great mentor in the future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure he will be. He is one of my best students, my MBA student. He is setting a very good example. I'm very proud of him. I'm very humble. Well done, Kwong.
Thank you.
So respected Kwong, we can expect you in some of our sessions. We will call you like a
Yes.
speaker,
Yes, you should. You
educator.
should, Prof. Nada. You should call him for our future session.
Okay, Professor Kelvin, yes.
Definitely. I'm obliged. Definitely. I'm honored.
Great. Even Miss Purnima, even you can be the part of our session, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Siddha ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, may not be
even
directly for the mentor, but you all are great trainers, right? And I feel we all being the educators in the teaching profession, we all are the continuous learners, right?
Sure. Yeah,
Professor,
absolutely.
Professor Charles is already outside.
Yeah,
Professor
Professor
Charles.
Charles, please say something. We would like
He's
to
here.
hear a few words from you as
He's
well.
already outside. Oh my God.
Oh,
Thank you very much, everybody. Our able CEO, the Global Academic Director, I appreciate you. Our great Nada, you have been a very good professor. The God going to expand your knowledge, going to give you all the graces you need for you to come to work effectively and efficiently. I bless every one of you, the mentees. I thank God for you as from today you become a mentor. Be a good mentor. Be a good, not an evil mentor, just like my sister professor said. There's an evil mentor that will be saying opposite of what we're supposed to know. So I pray that God will come to empower you and you keep on empowering other people. I pray for every one of us here that God will give us good health of mind and body. It is when we have good health before we can do whatever thing God wants us to do. Without good health, we cannot do anything. God wants to spare our life, give us good health of mind and body, and give us all the sustainability we need for us to be able to move efficiently and effectively all over the world. We pray for the grace of God. We pray for our dear advocate, Piyush Pandey, that God going to bless him for giving us this platform to expose ourselves to the people, for people to know that we are educationists, good one, not the evil one, just like my sister Professor Nada said. We pray that God will come to expand the IU, God to bless IU, God to give us good health of mind and body. Thank you very much, everybody. God
Thank
bless us
you.
all. Thank you all.
Thank
our,
you, Prof. Brother
our
Charles
trainers.
Emporia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Thank you,
words
Professor
of wisdom
Charles.
by our Vice Chancellor. Thank you. Oh, we have Ms. Faiza also with us. So you are requested to share in your inputs as well.
Faiza.
Faiza, can you please say something?
I cannot hear you guys.
Yeah, I think we would like to put in the inputs, or we should end the session. Precious is also there. Precious, Purnima ma'am, Ravi sir.
Yes, ma'am, it is, I'm here for the last 3 days, rightly like what Professor Wesley said. It is really an amazing session because not only being a trainer, even of course, as a habit, I'm a keen listener. So I was going through the entire sessions of yesterday and even today. It was really an amazing session, and today really what Professor Nada did, it really suited the acronym that in the last hearing what Professor Kalim said, right? So she is an excellent delivery person, and hats off to her. And
Thank you. We are all excellent. Dr. Ravi,
So,
Professor
it
Khairudin.
was really an amazing session. Enrichment of
Thank
knowledge. Of course, every session keeps us upskilled and acknowledged. However, it was really an amazing session. That's
And
what
today,
I was
you know, it is
totally
now.
silent.
It is now in my country.
Thank you so much.
6:20. Thank
Nada,
you.
ma'am.
5 hours. I didn't move from this here situation.
Oh
5
my
full hours.
Oh my God.
That is the beauty. That is the beauty of the beauty of a beautiful lady.
And I'm not sure if we'll have one more session, Professor Nada can speak for hours without any presentation, without anything. She is no words for Nada. Amazing.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
dear Nada, for this wonderful presentation.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
you are
ma'am.
right. You should take some rest. And yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.
In fact, slides are required for the participants to read and understand.
Stay tuned. We'll be having many more such sessions. From tomorrow, we'll be starting with career counseling. May not be immediately, but yes, the sessions will be there. And again, you can be the trainer with us, right? So please do contact Professor Nada or me. I'm Dr. Snigdha. Actually, I don't have the electricity where I am at this moment. So I can't start my video. I
Today I'm
please
also
forgive.
having difficulty with that connection. I
Yes.
don't know. I was like, keep on losing the connection.
Yes.
And that's
So I think, but in spite of all the hurdles, we all are together now. And I think that is the beauty of the IIU. IIU brings us together on this world platform, right? So great. Pleasure to see you, Renuka Devi, as well, right?
Yeah,
Great
ma'am.
team.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would like to say a few words from beginning till
Yes,
the end.
please
I
say.
was listening to ma'am's class one by one, each word, and there is a lot of takeaways. And I thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving us such an
Thank you so
amazing
much.
session.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So, Dr. Snigdha, will we
Yes. So
finish?
thank you so much once again to all the trainers. Ravi sir, Professor Khairuddin and Professor Nada, thank you IIU. Thank you all the trainees. And yes, herein we declare you as these certified mentors by International Internship University. Congratulations. Your certificates will be posted in some time. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.